This is CS50's Game Development Course Assignment 4. In this assignment, we were told to add 4 specifications to the game. In specification 1, we were told to make sure that the player always spawns on the ground. In order to do this, on line number 49 of levelmaker.lua, I created an if statement that says that if x is 1, which means we are on our first column, we set our tile ID to ground and we generate a tile. So that always on the first column, the tile would be a grounded tile. In our second specification, we were told to generate a key and a lock pair, and when we collect the key, we will be able to unlock the lock. In order to do this, in dependencies.lua, I have called the keys and lock image, and on line number 92, I have generated quads for the keys and locks respectively. Then we go to levelmaker.lua line 116, in which I have created a flag, and within this flag, I generated two objects. One is our key object and one is our lock object. In our key object, in our onConsume function, I have just created a variable called key and I have set it to true. And in our lock object, onCollides, which means that our player has jumped to collide with the lock, we check if the player has the key. If the player has the key, we set our consumable to true, which would immediately remove the lock from the game, and we set our hit to true so that the object cannot be hit again. And in specification number 3, we were told to add a poll after the lock gets unlocked. In order to do this, first we go to util.lua, in which I have created a function called generateFlagSet, which takes our flags and poles.png, generates quads by first slicing it into 3 separate paths to generate poles, flags, poles, and flags. And then in our levelmaker.lua, after we collide and our lock has been consumed, we generate a game object of poles and flags separately, 2 game objects, and we set the x of each of them to be at the end of the game. The last specification to add to the game was to generate a new level each time the player collides with the pole and flag pair. In order to do this, in my pole and flag pair, in our onConsume function, we just change the state machine and reload the play state and increase the width and send the player's score to the play state again. This was another part of specification 4 where after each level generation, the width of the field would increase by a specific amount of pixels. So I have chosen 50 pixels to increase it by. And in our playstate.lua, in our enter params, I have taken these two params width and score, which would be inputted into our level maker.generate our width, which it keeps on increasing by 50 each time we successfully complete a level, and our player score would also continue to be incremented via this line 37. In our start state, I have just initialized our values to be 100 and 0. That's it. I'll be showing a demonstration now.